Welcome one and all to what promises to be an exciting race. This is week 7 of 12 for the FILMBIL.NO FF1600 Monday SOF. Backup crew with you today. In place of Harry Brothers, I'm Alice Davison alongside Jim Cunningham. Jim, how are you doing today?
Great. Happy to be here at Brands Hatch with you. We haven't done a race together in a while. This should be fun.
This is the Indy layout of Brands Hatch, which is a very tiny, very familiar circuit to a lot of drivers. Probably one of the most classic tracks on iRacing at any point in time. Very small circuit, very big runs available to you if you're able to stay close to each other, but always a fun race for everyone involved. As we are now in qualifying. Obviously,
yeah, this is this layout in these cars. They're barely gonna have to lift in most places around here.
I was spectating the previous race, just while I was getting stuff set up for this one. You could stay right on someone's rear. I don't want to say bumper because these cars are obviously a bit more pointy than that to have a bumper, but you could just stay on someone's rear end for basically the entire lap and be completely fine with it. Passing going to be challenging just to generate enough of an overlap, and a lot of the places where you can get down the inside, the next corner goes away from you. But the racing should be close and it should be intense.
So in that previous race that you spectated, the draft wasn't strong enough to throw these cars by the next one. That didn't seem to give them enough of a boost.
Not enough, no. You could get most of the way there, but completing the pass is going to be challenging.
Well, it's going to be fun. So we'll get some cars side by side going into the corners, trying to pass each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's either going to be fun or chaos. Either way, we're going to have fun with it.
Obviously, this being a normal SOF race, normal iRacing rules apply. 2 laps flying for your qualifying. 13 drivers. Unfortunately, we got the funky splits, so a fairly small field, but should be fairly competitive up at the front. As we still got to wait for these times to come through.
Yeah, we were close there. We almost we got excited there briefly. Thought we were going to have like a 19-car field. It was going to be great.
Would have been the super split, Twindle super splits, but alas.
Yeah, that's a lot of cars in this. With this, you know, most people that drive these cars, you know, are rookies or D-class drivers. You know, they're not used to racing in big fields like that. That would have been interesting. Although I think a lot of these drivers that do this top split race are a little more experienced than that, I believe.
Yes, we will talk about the ongoing championship in the middle of the race, but obviously the season-long championship, you get a few returning drivers, and those tend to be the ones who know the car really well.
Yeah, and this car is a car that you can that there are definitely some tricks to driving and tricks to driving it fast for sure.
Tim Hendrickson, currently your provisional pole sitter with Rackstraw and Pollard behind, as a lot of drivers have finished off their qualifying runs. Go to Ian Joyner. Obviously, number 2 car looking favoured in terms of winning this race, but so far a bit further down in the qualifying order. Sat in 5th place and has a few places to make up if he wants to go towards the front. Has used his qualifying laps. This is just practice runs, I believe.
I mean, if you look at the whole grid, they're just 1 second. They're 1 second apart, the entire field. You know, so I mean, literally 1 second apart. Yep. So this is there. You know, there's not much separation. The difference between first and say 6th is a little less than 2/10 of a second.
As Chan Garrity gets lap completed, brings it up to P6. Not shown on timing tower is Theo Strange, who so far yet to get on the track, it would appear. So not sure what's going on with the 6, but 12 drivers look to be ready to go in this race, and all of them look to be right on top of each other in terms of lap time now, as they're all within 7/10.
Yeah, that's... Wow.
And
well, that's going to make for some fun
yeah,
racing.
If they can keep that pace up during the race, there's going to be a 12-car train.
Yeah, well, based on what you said with the draft and everything, that's going to get exciting if they're going to stay that close to each other, because they're going to try to pass for sure.
Mostly one thing to keep in mind is these are very exposed open wheel cars. You can see there, not much protecting the wheelbases. If you do go side by side in a bad point, those can very easily get tangled, and that's how cars get launched. Did see a few pop-ups in the earlier going, and we have seen a few all season long. So it's just something to be careful of. You try and get your elbows at a bad time, but especially towards the end of the race, be ready for some fireworks.
We like fireworks. That's good stuff. You know, you gotta have a little drama. I mean, let's see. So what did it finally end up? Yeah, like you said, about 7/10. Wow, that's crazy.
Wait for the grid to form up. You can hear the engines going in the background. We'll go on board with Barney as we bring you the grid for this race.
Oh, I forgot. We're using the good software over here. We get to have the grid with the fancy little cars on it. I like that.
And the fancy little cars do show Tim Hendrickson does maintain that pole position with Andrew Rackstraw behind. I need to push the next page button. Mikey Pollard will be behind them with Alexander Estrella in 4th place. Further back, Ian Joyner and Chen Gerardsey. Row 4, excuse me, see Sid Smith and Daniel Tufts. Andrea Bellotti and Graham Rory Hunt make up the actual row 5, with Nick Aronson and Ned O'Braun behind. And Theola Strange scored as P13. We'll see if they take the grid. But we do have a lot of cars ready to go. As now we have the fun part of... Oh, that's not quite the angle I was hoping for.
Yeah, well, you know, there's still a few spots missing out there, so we're still holding on a little bit. Yeah, this should be fun. It's gonna be a standing start too. I forgot about that.
Yep, it is a proper grid. They'll show the lights to the drivers. Barney will get ready, and we are about to go green in Brands Hatch. The flag drops. It's a good getaway for Tim Hendrickson as he leads the field into the first corner. And they are 3 wide behind for 3rd place, that is, as Mikey Pollard gets the better of that exchange. As they come hurtling through Paddock Hill Bend for the first time. Everyone seems to have gotten away with it. There's a bit of a tangle-up as they go into Druids for the first time. Everyone seems to have made it through in one piece.
Wow, 3 wide going into the first turn. You gotta love that.
I believe that's Shenjeritsi. I've got a bit of dirt there. Coming through the corner for the first time. But yes, this is a 20-minute race, and they're going at it like it's a one-lap shootout there, going all the way across the track in the first going.
I mean, basically in iRacing terms, a 20-minute race is a one-lap shootout. You do have to go. I mean, there's no time to wait for sure. So the Theo Strange apparently did not get on track.
I thought I saw him on track for that. He's,
maybe he did.
Not appearing on the time tower, which is weird, but
he did post a sector time though. Yeah, that is strange. He posted a sector 1 time, and then I think he bowed.
Very weird indeed. Either way, 12 drivers in this main pack, and now we should see things settle down a bit as everyone just wants to stay tucked up to the car behind, like Ian Joyner is here to Mikey Pollard. And Hendrickson and Axel have pulled away a bit there.
They have. It seems like they're kind of pairing off, you know. But yeah, Hendrickson and Rackstraw are just, they're moving on.
Chingerty in the gravel there briefly. As the 4 car washes out, Mikey Pollard in trouble. We'll have another car in his inside here, but when we take control of the corner for now, just do you get the setup for Gerardsey to get to the inside? Doesn't quite have the space. Looks like there's going to be 3 cars in a row here, and this is where it gets very dangerous. Nose to tail coming up through McLaren. Oh, and a bit of contact there, and Pollard goes around. Istad drives through. That is Sid Smith moving backwards in the order there. The Red Bull livery that gets the worst of that exchange, except, of course, for Pollard, who I think has had to resort to tow.
Yeah, Mikey, yeah, he definitely got the worst end of that. I know Mikey Pollard from somewhere. I broadcast something that he races in. I recognize that name for sure.
Well, we will, once I get the camera sorted, we'll have a look at that one again, I think. Oh, yeah, we can just see he just already off and skidding off into the distance there, and everybody gets past. Unfortunate situation there for the 4 car.
Yeah, I think he took a little tap in the rear end there when.
Yeah.
Yeah, this. Yeah, whoever was behind him gave him a little bump there and got him. I think he started maybe to slide a little bit and slowed up slightly, and he got tapped in the rear. Look at that. That's
the instigator there.
Hot mess right there. Look at this going. 4 cars here getting after it.
Alexander Istad down the inside of Sid Smith. Will get the position on entry. Might have to give it back through the next corner though, because he's got the outside of the little switch back there, and fortunately there's no real way to carry momentum through, because you just get the exit closed off on you like Smith does there. It's a very challenging place to get the pass through Druids, because unless you get yourself clear, you just don't really have control of the next left-hander, and it's challenging.
That seems to be the kind of way this track's laid out, although they're trying to get it done here, and they've got the inside, so that's going to be a... Do we have a driver details thing that pops up and shows their names as we...
We can... Give me a second to pick out a button.
That's right. Find that button. People have no idea how complicated it is.
This is the thing.
One of these
I'm
races.
not normally the person who does these broadcasts. That's normally
yeah,
how.
Well, you know, that's why I won't I'll commentate for him, but I can't broadcast on that software. There we go.
Well, we'll do this properly. We'll give you the onboard shot and show you how terrifying this looks when you've got 3 cars in front of you. Except we'll go for the proper gyro cam, I think. Because I think this looks a bit more terrifying, because now you have the ground vibration as well.
Yes, and it really shows the elevation changes here. You know, Brands, of course, for people that don't know, has quite a bit of elevation. I don't know how much of a hit. Oh, there they're gone, both of them, huh? Oh no, the Red Bull car survived, but they both actually came out of that without completely going around. Oh my goodness,
Garrity not in control of that car right now. Does manage to get to the inside of his stats. Will pull away.
Well, that draft is actually doing a little bit, but it's actually, you gave a really accurate description. It'll launch you in there, but it won't send you by them.
Yep. The battle for 10th place as Mikey Pollard's got past under Pollard's Nick Harrison.
Yeah, Mikey's working his way back up. I'm still trying to figure out where I know him from. I think it's possibly a GR86 series that I broadcast that he races in, I believe. Good driver. It's very unfortunate that he got spun there earlier.
And with a field this tight, you lose a little bit of time like that, and you go all the way back in the order.
He's lucky to be where he is, considering, you know, these fields are so tight like that.
Just a quick glance in at P1 and P2. It is Tim Hendrickson still leading Andrew Rackstraw, as they just appear to be happy running in formation like this, presumably until towards the end of the race. A bit further back in the field, you can see Ian Joyner, who's just sort of got his own battle going on. And then we end up in the
Right.
6-car duel for 4th place. Sid Smith leads Daniel Tuffs and Shangerity with Andrea Bellotti, Graham Rory Hunt and Alexander Istad at the back of this pack.
This little 6-pack group is some good racing right here. I mean, you can't, you know, we've had all kinds of passes and half spins, and we've gotten a little bit of everything out of this group.
It's a very dramatic track. And with drivers this good, it provides a lot of action and not a lot of space. It's a half look down the inside by, I believe that's through Shinjarad. And will get the inside, can't quite slide up an exit. I think that might have been minor contact there as Tuffs trying to handle the car. Does manage to slide it back on track and get away with it, I think. Probably not too happy overall, but does manage to keep the car pointed forward, so can't complain too loudly. That has opened the door for Graham Hunt to slide through as well, and they take, that'd be 7th position away, and so much action on this track.
Well, more than I thought, you know, to be honest. I really did think it was, I did not think it was going to be this much. Well, let's see here. I just pulled YouTube up. Just I'm going to go through some of these YouTube comments and see what people are chatting about here.
Oh, let's see if I can find Istad again, because we have, I believe it's, I need to check the sponsor details again, because this is normally the part where Howie would say thank you to FILMBIL.NO for partnering with us to bring you this broadcast, and you can see the wonderful icon there on the car, as well as I've been kicked out of my ad read. That's really annoying. FILMBIL.NO is Norway's leading supplier of cars, motorcycles, buses and other vehicles for use in film and TV productions. With many years of experience in several major productions behind them, they are the safe choice when you want a worry-free solution. FILMBIL offers a complete package when you get everything in one place. They take responsibility for the entire process from pre-production, budgeting and casting to service logistics to get vehicles on set. Their large fleet and larger network allow them to effectively solve both big and small challenges. Visit FILMBIL.NO for more information. We've done something productive there, and now we can get back to the racing. As Hendrickson still leads, Rackshaw joining still in space, but JRT challenging the rear end of this Red Bull livery car. Sid Smith still on as we get to half distance in this race.
So I noticed that Howie apparently is watching the race from his phone, and apparently in a middle of an airport waiting to, he just said you're going at turbo speed. You were on that ad read, you were getting after it.
I found some text and I read it.
Hey, I'm not getting kicked out again. I'm going to get all this in. Oh.
And as we say that, JT does
Howie.
get the slide move done on Sid Smith, pulls away into this and says, oh, that is Istad. Unfortunately, while we had the sponsor read going, the 5-car does a little struggle with the track, but has at least moved up one position now into 8th place, now challenging Andrea Bellotti for 7th, excuse me.
Yeah, we've really had some nice battles back here in this mid pack, you know. And I'm waiting to see these front 2 cars decide they're going to start fighting at some point in time.
The front 2 cars of this pack have started fighting once again. Smith slides across the bow of Shinjarity, but gets checked up on exit, a little bit of a bump. It's not going to be too happy either driver with that one, I don't think, but they'll keep it together for now. Meanwhile, Istad has got past Bellotti.
Garrity seemed like he went to Kim Kardashian's plastic surgery there. He just chopped off the nose. Holy cow.
I like that one.
I stole that one, I can't lie. But it was appropriate there, because he definitely slid right across the nose there.
Speaking of nose, Tuff's trying to keep his nose in the back of the 12 as we go down Paddock Hill Bend once again. 100 miles an hour into Druids. Oh, Garrity slides up the corner a little bit, does manage to diamond off the exit, keep the momentum going. We can just see how close this racing is. At this distance, one mistake and you're in the back of the car in front. So this for 20 minutes.
These cars are so momentum based. Oh my goodness. Boy, talk about driving it loose.
As
These are open
contacts.
setups too. Oh.
Tufts gets right in the back of Smith, has to give up the distance. It's so close, this racing, all the way around.
This is open setups too, isn't it?
I don't know.
I believe it is. If it is, yeah, well, that makes it...
I saw something I didn't like there. A lot of smoke from the car of Smith. They're side by side behind it. And the entire pack behind is closed in behind them, so they need to get this sorted fast, otherwise they're going to be in a load of trouble.
I'll tell you what, 7 minutes to go. They're not letting up, I don't think. This thing is flying by.
Hendrickson leads Rackstraw, Joyner just in his own race. And then Geraghty, Smith, Tufts, Istad, Bellotti and Graham Rory Hunt just about hanging on the back of this pack as we're going to send it down the inside. Sid Smith looks it
this
through.
Is going to... Oh, he's way wide. Hang on.
Just about has it, but 3 has the inside, shoots it up the track and causes a chain reaction in the back that actually pings Istad out of line. Does
tell you what,
though.
Jan Geraghty is fast. Like, he doesn't look like he's going that fast, and all of a sudden, he just blows by somebody. And it is open setup. Thank you, Beatrice, by the way, for telling me that. Yeah, open setup, so that's cool. Because you can tell that old Red Bull car there, Sid Smith, he apparently likes driving one loose.
Jukes out of line. Oh, Daniel Tufts looking down the inside. Go for a wider cam here because it's going to be Tufts down the inside. Little bit of a wobble trying to get back on the power. It's let Smith. So Geraghty tried to control the inside. Once again, it'll be a dive up for the 3. Washes up the corner, blocks the path of the 7. And it will be Geraghty holding the lead of this pack for now. Oh, a little bit of a tangle up there as Smith has to yield the position to Tufts. What is going on? There's still 5 minutes left of the race and they're throwing haymakers.
We've got 7, almost 8 cars in this battle now. We've got almost the entire field right here battling for position.
So just to cut away from this briefly, this is what the fight for the lead looks like, and it's looked like this for the past 15 minutes. We've done our obligations. Back to the bloodbath, because I think we're going again.
Oh. Every lap. Oh, they all got off that corner good that time.
Geraghty holds the position. It's going to be Smith sliding through to take back 5th place. They snake their way through the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, these 3 battling up here at the front of this pack have literally brought the entire rest of the field back into this battle. This is fantastic.
Istad, who's now snuck up into 7th place, who sees this 3-way slugfest in the front of this train and is probably thinking, when do I make the move and how do I make it without getting caught in whatever this is? Because it's looking very explosive right now. It's Smith on the outside, Geraghty in the inside. I think they might have backed the wheels there. Daniel Tufts looking for a way through and can't find it. Oh, they get tangled up and it's Smith who gets pinged out.
Geraghty managed to survive that, but yes, Smith is gone. He's back there in, I guess, 11th place now.
But Tufts manages to hold out the outside, had the control of the corner for the entire way through, pinches down and slides up in front to take 4th position uncontested.
Yeah, now let's see if he can hold on to it, because I tell you what, Geraghty's all over the place, but he's fast.
And we'll see just how far back the 12 car has fallen there. You can see it on the track as we go back up the field for the scrap that is going on up here. Geraghty looks like he's got past Tufts on the entry, and as much as everyone has around the corner, it doesn't look like anyone has a challenge for the 3 car coming down Paddock Hills. I think Mikey Pollard might have got a bit of trouble there, the 4 car.
Mikey Pollard's flying though, man. He's all the way back up to 7th place, and he was in 6th after getting completely spun earlier in the race.
Quick brief.
Yeah, there's Oh my gosh, the battles. Somebody is bound to make a mistake here. The pressure is so crazy right now. I'm feeling it and I'm not even driving.
Tufts looking to extend a championship lead right now. Would so dearly like to try and pull some positions here and try and build something of a run in this championship. Has rival Istad right behind. Needs to try and find a way across it. We can see there are P1 and P2 in the championship standings as they stand. So obviously...
So we got 3, 4, and 5 battling. And then we had 5, 6, we had 6, 7, and 8 battling, but I think one of those just ran off track. I'll tell you what, Garrity is tough. And they've been hammering on him the whole race, whether it was Smith, now it's Tufts, Joyner.
Tufts to the outside, Istad to the inside, and Garrity spins and
spun.
Gets disqualified. Incident point limit disqualification for the 3, I believe, has taken Garrity out of this race.
How could he possibly be an incident point limit? Wow. Oh my goodness.
A loss for words.
Yeah, he disappeared mid-spin. He just... Wow. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
He was involved in a lot of argy-bargy earlier in the race. I can see a lot of those being scored as 4Xs, and given this a decent...
I guess.
Be a 17
tire
points.
bumps and stuff like that. Yeah, wow. I didn't even think of that, you know. I'm just watching him battle. He was just battling the whole race. Well, that changes things a little bit. So let's see. We got... I think we're going to get... Where's the leaders at?
Well, this is the lead.
To the,
Hendrickson and Rackshaw have just had the run of the field for this entire race.
Do we have a track map by any chance?
We can maybe have a track map. It's
Oh, he just crossed the line. So 32. So this is the white lap. Yeah, this is going to be the last lap. That's what I was trying to figure.
And that's the point where Rackstraw finally makes the move down the inside, takes position away. Can Hendrickson drive it around the outside? It's very unlikely, but he's going to have to try to at least hold it there. Otherwise, Rackstraw's going to slide through, take P1 away on the white flag lap. And it's very little time for Hendrickson to try and take this one back. This might have been absolute steal for Rackstraw.
Yeah, but did he do it too early, though? That's the question. There's still a couple opportunities left here.
What does Hendrickson have left in the tank, if anything at all? It's going to be a run towards Barney and the white flag.
Nope, I don't think he's going to get it done.
It's going to be side by side with the line. It's going to be Rackstraw taking P1. With Joyner taking P2. Quick look there.
That was a good drive by Rackstraw.
And Istad will lead.
Seems to have
gaggle of
settled
cars
down back here a little bit. Yeah. So it's Joyner, Istad. I'm going to let you say that one. Belotti? How you say it?
Belotti.
Belotti. That's what you get when you get a Texan on here. They're going to butcher a few of these European names for sure. Well, that was a good run by Rackstraw. Just laid there and waited and made his move when it was time to make his move.
Everyone further back in the field was so active in trying to get track position, but the lead move, Rackstraw stayed in P2 for what felt like the entirety of the race and just peeked through towards the end and took the position away. So, yeah, congratulations. We'll go through the results momentarily. As I need to push some buttons to bring that up. That's the wrong one. That would be the qualifying results. We want these, which are your final results after 25 laps. Rackstraw, with a phenomenal last lap pass, will take P1 away from Tim Hendrickson. Ian Joyner was sat in P3 for the entire way through. No questions about that result. And then after the bombshell of a race, P4 was eventually won by Alexander Istad, with Andrea Belotti and Mikey Pollard rounding out in 5th and 6th. Daniel Tufts sliding all the way back to 7th after that. Ned O'Braun, Graham Murray Hunt take 8th and 9th, with Sid Smith's Sid Smith, excuse me, unfortunately getting contact, pushed down the order, ends up in 10th place. Nick Aronson was the last driver on the lead lap with Theo Lestrange ending up a lap down after a weird start, after, I believe, exiting the pit lane after the first lap. Something going on there. You know, again, Sean Geraghty had command of P4 for a while, but unfortunately, instant point disqualification meant that race came to an unfortunate ending. A quick look at the championship results.
I have to say,
go on.
Geraghty might have gotten disqualified, but he absolutely made this race exciting. That was so much fun. All that battling with Smith and then the other guys after Smith spun. That was incredible.
These championship standings are unofficial and brought to you by Past Howie's best estimations to points, but what should happen is Daniel Tufts should take a bit more of a command lead in the championship over Alexander Estov. Christoph Cash not participating in this race, at least, holding on to third place ahead of Andrea Bellotti and Edo Braun, with Streetley, Aronson, Whitehouse, Hunt and Hendrickson rounding out your top 10. That has been a very dramatic race, I think it's fair to say. A lot going on there, and I, for one, am looking forward to seeing what happens next week, and I've just realised there's a QR code I was supposed to drag into this, so there might be just a little bit of a pop-in. If you want to get involved in the FF1600 or Skip Barber Series Strength of Field races, I'm going to actually do this properly. That's not loaded at all. Fantastic. Never mind. It's broken. I'm not going to try and do live surgery on my OBS. The community for the FF1600 will be more than glad to have you, as you can have the QR link that's on your... No, I don't want everything. Just give me... My goddamn... There we go. Magic QR link has appeared.
There it is!
Scan that, you can get involved in next week's race. Howie should hopefully be with us next week, so I don't have to deal with this nonsense anymore. Until next time, I've been Alice Davison, joined by Jim Cunningham. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you all next time.
Absolutely enjoyable.
Hello, it's me again. There's future broadcasts issues concerning that might be happening. For information, this link, there's a QR link. Stuff might move, it might not move. Stuff is in the air right now. Yeah, link. Thank you. Goodbye.